Yeah, here we go, man. Here we go, man.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, here, if you want, you can sit right here,
All right,
man.
cool.
You know. All right. All right, let me go ahead and do a quick intro. All right. Aloha, Alova. You're now watching the AlohaAlova TV show with your boy DJ Mac on 88.9 FM, KCI in Irvine, and on Facebook by going to facebook.com/AlohaAlova, ALOHA, Alova, ALOVA. Make sure you add, like, and subscribe, y'all. Today's special because the gentleman next to me, when no one gave me a chance, he did. Okay, and what I mean by that is that if you know me, this goes way before the reggae. When I got involved with the reggae, this goes back to who I was as a DJ, as an MC. I started off with an MC, you know, kind of like trying to find myself in the music industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it's like, you know, one thing that kept us together was basically music, and I've been thinking about life lately, and who comes across my way, and this guy right here, G Wiz.
My boy Mark. Man.
That's right. Number one, this show is dedicated to rest in peace, G.I. Fleazy, 2019, man.
God bless.
Yeah, God bless. I forgot what year it was. Before my kids were born, man. I think it was in 2008 or 2009. There was back when I was with Street Official Radio. There was a car show, and I know that you and G.I. Fleazy and some other cats went to the car show up in, I think, the Redlands, man. It's kind of far.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember that.
But you know, you know, and obviously the Bandcamp, you know, number one, Compound Records. I would like to say that they're Orange County's independent rap record label. Yeah. Obviously, as time went on, you know, things changed, but G Wiz is still here with your boy DJ Mac, and that's how we do it, man.
That's right, man. We still here, man. Praise the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? We still here, bro.
And that's one thing that keeps us music folks together, man. It's hard to let go of people like G Wiz, man. I mean, you know, like having the commonalities of music, man. Music, poetry, you know, whether it's beat making or whether it's writing lyrics or even having the same ideologies from the streets, man.
Right. I can't even remember how we even first connected, man, but I know it was around 2001, 2002.
Yeah, there you go. You remember? Actually, I remember one thing, and you know, one thing that triggers me, man, is that I came into the social media industry late, right? And when you did that performance at my college, that's how it all started.
Cal State Fullerton.
Yeah, Cal State Fullerton.
Yeah, that's where it all started.
2001.
You was the first, man. You was the first person to really put me on to shows out here, bro.
Yeah. And I mean, like when you invited me to the station, man, up in your Compound Record studio up in Red Hill and Tustin. One thing that attracted me is to the fact that, like, it was serious. Yeah. Real business, real professional.
Right.
You know, obviously, you know, we all had to work our way to the top. You know, but giving me the invitation to the studio, tell me, okay, all right, you know, you're on top of things. And from then on, I knew that we had a niche. We had a click, you know. And I knew. I said, you know what? I'm gonna bring you to where I go.
Word.
And 2001 is where I started, you know. And at that time, I really I remember taking pictures, man. But unfortunately, man, I didn't use USB at that time, man. So it was different, man.
Yeah,
you know?
times was different back then.
Yeah. You know, but
digital cameras was probably like just coming out.
Yeah. You know, the cool thing now is that you know, obviously years has changed, years has gone by, man. So how you doing? How's life treating you right now, man?
Life is great, bro. I have no complaints, man. You know, I've been blessed to still be here for one. You know, still be in this area for one. Still have a solid core of people who support. A solid core of people like you too, of resources.
That's right, so man.
I always tell myself and tell people I'm filthy rich, man, in resources. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everything's good, man. I can't complain, man. Family's good. Married now.
Yeah.
2 beautiful little girls.
That's right. That's right. I want to give a shout out to the Broder family. Thank you. Is that how you Browder? Oh, Browder. My bad.
Yeah.
The Browder family.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, obviously when we connected 20 years ago, you know, obviously I didn't have kids at that time, man. Like, you know, we were kind of like street involved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, very street connected, and like, you know, obviously having kids, family, man. Now I really appreciate you for being in Orange County.
Yeah.
It's super hard now.
It is.
Obviously, yeah, it's super hard to find those veterans, man.
It is.
To still be very relevant to the game.
Right.
You know, I mean, obviously social media, TikTok generation's a whole different ball game. But who really knows how the 90s was like? You know what I'm saying? Who knows, you know, the intercoastal rap connections, man. I know originally you're from Indianapolis, and you work your way. You know, shout out to Rah. And how, like, you know, from y'all met at music school, and then y'all ventured over here.
Yeah.
You know, who would know? I mean, like, see, you see, I like that. I like the fact on how your resume is very grassroots, man, and that's how we can connect because you know, we've earned our stripes, man. We earned our
Yeah, we definitely come from a grassroots era, man, and I think it's time for I'm glad that you're in a situation to where you have a platform like this for us to really get our OG on. Cause
and I'm still here, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we the OGs now, man. So it's time for us to start sharing our experience and sharing our game with everybody else who's coming up after us. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. You know, there's so many questions I want to ask, man.
I'm an open book, man.
Oh, there you go, man. Yeah. So I mean, like, how are you in the music game? You still got new music coming out?
Yeah, man. I still produce music, bro. I still, you know, I'm an engineer too, so I'm always mixing music and mastering for people and stuff like that. So I always got my hands in the music. Right now, not so much on the artist side. Yeah. I've been doing sync licensing for probably the past 15 years.
Okay.
So that's music for film, music for television, video games, and stuff like that. I still have a passion to record my own stuff too, and I still, you know, I got a nice catalog of stuff.
Yeah. Obviously, man. I mean, like,
too. So
you know, I love the. Just Like Me.
Yeah, Just Like You.
Sorry, Just Like You. You know, I love that track, man, and like, you know, Nappy City.
Yeah.
You know, so obviously, you know, you kind of you have enough roots, man, of how the mid '90s, man, on how it's so unique into the form.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. I think we're kind of the last of the breed that carried that over, the last of that generation that's carrying that over to now. Yeah. I think a lot of us are still in search for the type of music that we grew up on and the type of music that we love to listen to. So 9 times out of 10, you got to end up making it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm at. I still appreciate the new music that comes out, but majority of the time I find myself listening to old stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nothing beats the old stuff.
Nah, it doesn't, man. It just, you know, it's a different feel and a different type of vibe and a different message in the music too. You know, I think if I was, you know, 18 to 25 years old right now, the music that's out now would definitely fit the time and my age bracket or whatever it may be. But I'm older now, so I'm looking for something more mature. So I want to create more mature music, you know?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at on the artist tip, for sure.
All right. You know, that's what I'm talking about, man. Have you ever get you know, like, has any of the new I guess the Gen Zers or the TikTok youngins ask you for advice, man?
Absolutely, man. Yeah. I've
Are you able
to
share about that?
Yeah. I get a lot of people who hit me up through social media. You know, whether they're asking for advice on engineering, producing, or the music industry in general, you know. And I'm an open book to people, man. I try to share my experiences and my wealth of knowledge that I've obtained. It's been 23 years in this game now, so hearing it from somebody firsthand is really dope. So I'm an open book, man. People hit me up and, you know, they get information. Sometimes people still hit me up for features and stuff like that. So I'm all about it, man. Anything that I could do to help. And the fact that somebody's reaching out to me, you know what I'm saying? I can't take that for granted. So I'm going to help them out, man.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I consider you a 5-star general, man. When it comes, I mean, it's like how I feel right now. It's like I'm talking to a Master P, man. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like way up there in the game, finally giving me a chance, even though we have a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, it's just that wealth of knowledge, man.
Yeah.
I know we're jumping like back and forth with the history, man, but. Well, when you hear that new kind of music, do you kind of feel of a new cultural clash? I mean, like, how do you feel about the new schoolers now versus us OGs?
You know what, man? I mean, I love it because the music is supposed to change.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't want it to stay the same, time changes, so everything's going to change. So I'm not mad at what the youth is doing, man. Like, they've generated their own sounds. The equipment's different.
Yeah.
One thing, and probably my biggest gripe about it, is that a lot of it tends to sound way too similar to me. So if everybody's using the same drum kits, everybody's using the same software to produce, everybody's using the same loop packages and everything like that. So everything kind of becomes a lot redundant, man, and I kind of miss the originality of hearing a record and being like, I know who this person is based off the sound or the style or this flow or whatever.
Yeah, you remind me about Rap a Lot.
Yeah,
that Scarface music.
Yeah.
It ain't around anymore, man.
Nah, man, it's funny you say that, man. Man, I was just talking to my boy Renegade, and I was like,
yeah,
it's sad, bro, that records like that. I don't know if people can even rap like that anymore, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Going back to like Rap a Lot, man, Do or Die,
oh, man.
Twista.
Yeah, man. You was a big Do or Die fan.
Yeah, you remember that, right? Some of that Chicago music, man. Chicago absolutely. Rap, man. Some of that Twista, man.
Yep.
And man, it's like now I listen to rap these days, man. It's I mean, from an outside point of view, man, just like how you said too, is like how I'm kind of glad it changed, man, to where, I mean, obviously, rest in peace, PNB Rock.
Absolutely, man.
But I mean, like, you know how, I mean, I gotta give it up for Snoop, man, because he's like a living legend, like, as we speak.
Yeah.
But like the uniqueness, man, of character, man, that comes to the delivering of rapping, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to find.
Yeah, I think you get character today, but a lot of the character is the same, man.
Yeah.
I don't think enough artists take the time to experiment with the dynamics of their voice and use it as an instrument, as opposed to just being a rapper.
Yeah, and I think I kind of can relate with you on that. I think it's more of like kind of a business competition. Obviously, like rapper A wants to kind of sound better than rapper B, but then they don't want to reinvent their own version of the wheel.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. That goes to production, man. I don't think people take the time to produce records the way that they used to either, man, because we come from a time where, you'll drop a record and you might not hear another album for that artist for maybe 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Like Devin the Dude.
Yeah, you know, but now you got everything that is dropping so fast and so repetitive, so back to back to back, man, that it's very rare that you have an artist who takes the time to craft, like really chisel out a dope original style record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you hear it, you like, okay, this is like a tailor-made suit to this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. That's priceless. That's priceless.
Nothing else sounds like this.
Yeah, it's priceless where no one can buy it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's rare, man. That's rare.
Yeah, you're right, man. And we can be regional in this terms, in terms of like do even Two Live Crew. Too Short.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang.
Yep.
Do or Die.
Yep.
With Scarface.
Yeah, everybody was different, man.
Yeah, it had its own sauce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess what they call secret sauce, man.
There you go.
And now it's like, I mean, The Weeknd's coming out with new tracks almost every once a week.
Yeah.
So by the time they hear a new track, they forgot to hear the old stuff. To where it's like, okay, well, it's not like it's going through the scroll feed.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that the newer generation that's different is that the information's compounding to where, like, okay, if I miss yesterday's single, I'll get the next single.
Yeah.
And they don't kind of manifest on the craft.
That's right.
And it's part like life is always changing,
That's
man.
right, man. It's part of the transition, man. And I think people we ingest music differently too nowadays. Like, we would before we would appreciate, hearing the music in our whip while we riding around. But now everything's in your earbuds or on your mobile phone. So it's just different, man. It's just, and TikTok and all of that. So you got people who now are crafting records specifically for TikTok and certain hashtags. And
exactly.
It's I always tell people it's like the Wild Wild West again, man. For real. Mine is like the sampling and stuff like that. Sampling is always going to be sampling. You're always going to have to get clearances and stuff like that. But I think the way that artists they approach the game now, it's like the Wild Wild West. I think there's no rules. There's no right way to do it. There's no right approach to take. There's no right sound. There's no right anything, man. It's like, just do your thing and be creative and innovative, and it might be able to work out.
Yeah, and upload it to the cloud and see what people think.
Yeah, see what people think. Pretty much. You get instant gratification and instant feedback to know if something's working or not, which is a plus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, since we on that note, I remember back when rap was at its finest, man. Like, especially with the Pac era. Obviously he was gone too soon, but like ever since the leadership of Pac in terms of West Coast rap and the influence he made throughout the world, how he was bringing that leadership of the streets. Ever since he was gone, it's like you said, just toss it up in the cloud and see what happens. And obviously the washing machine of the game cycles too fast to where they forgot what they were washing. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, it's different. But I'm glad your message, your music, man, and your craft is still relevant to today.
Absolutely, man. Always harken back to when I first started music, or when I started doing it for. And I had two real passions, man, and that was introducing people to the world by way of music. Whether it was producing or whether it was engineering or mixing. And also, secondly, just having longevity in the game, man. And I think, thankfully, I've never burned myself out creatively as an artist.
Yeah, very impressive, man.
I gave people too much to where they got tired of me or whatever like that. Like, I kept it at a minimum. I kept up with my passion. I didn't like over flood it, but I'm thankful enough to still have people who check out the music that I do release. I never really wanted to be like this big mega rap star. Maybe at one point I did, but as you go older, through the business and through the game, man, you kind of realize what's for you and what's not for you. And I think that amount of stardom definitely wasn't for me. I'm more of a creative. I want to be in the lab. I want to be a part of the creation of it, and kind of stay low key. You know what I'm saying? If I could just make music and be home with my kids, that's like living the dream, man.
Yeah, and it's totally relevant to what you're saying, because obviously Dr. Dre was like as an example, right? Dr. Dre was is a producer, but he had people on his team that kind of did the back work.
Absolutely.
You got the DJs, you got like the backup vocals,
the writers.
Writers. So obviously, you were able to manage that, and the essence about that is that you were consistent with the game. Obviously you've been in the game a long time. What, 30 years?
I'd say I went official probably year 2000. So
all right,
I'm going on my 23rd year, man. Like proudly and happily. Like, it's a blessing, man, for real. Just and not even music, man, but just like entertainment in general, and in this world of sound, because I'm a sound engineer at the end of the day. So whether it be music, whether it be film, whether it be commercials, video games, like I'm still able to get out here and do my thing and be irreplaceable
and be relevant to the game, right?
Yeah,
and be relevant to today's game.
Yeah.
To bring that backpack of knowledge and knowledge of wealth, and say, hey, here you go. This is what I have to bring to the table.
Yeah.
Boom, and all of a sudden you're still making track hits.
Yeah.
For video games, track hits for soundtracks. Yeah. So that's very good.
And feel comfortable enough to say, actually be in a room with people and say, hey, I have this experience, so I can actually speak up on this topic and feel like people can trust what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Man, out of your whole rap career in the beginning, are you able to share a couple stories of like how you felt you were on top of the world? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. I think, man, wow. I mean, I first moved out here, 2001.
Yeah, okay.
Like around the same time we met, man. I think just being from where I was from and being in LA and actually working records and being a real label and just that whole experience, meeting with the big DJs, Felly Phil playing my record in LA, Power 106, that's huge, man. You almost don't realize the magnitude of it until later, in hindsight. When it's going on, everything happens so fast, man, that of course it's great, but when I look back on my career now, I start to appreciate those moments a lot more. For instance, September 11th just passed. September 11th, 2001, we were in Toronto shooting the G-Thing video.
Oh, okay.
So we were on set.
With Benjamin, right?
Yeah,
I remember that
Benjamin,
song. Yeah,
Ben Franklin. Shout out to Ben. So that's another highlight, man. Just like being an artist in a different country and shooting a music video there. People treated us great, man, and just having that experience in Toronto, meeting with the people and people coming out to support, that definitely made us feel like we were on top of the world at the time, for sure.
Yeah, obviously with the 9/11, it was a very big impact, like in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for you to still be working, working your music craft with the team, it is very beautiful, man.
Yeah, man, I've had some great experiences, man, over my career. Again, like I said, as I look back, bro, sometimes it trips me out, and I just sit back and laugh, or I have to call somebody and be like, hey, man, you remember we did this, so we was here, there, whatever, and we trip out, man. But it's been great, man. Everything from I'm in sound, like I said, so I've been fortunate enough to have these big experiences in music, but experiences just as large in like the film industry and all different facets of the entertainment industry, man. So it's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing for real.
Yeah. That's good, man. That's good, man. Like especially with your wealth of knowledge, your experience, man. People, number one, they honor your presence, man. And do you still get calls weekly on any advice or any help you get? Or?
Yeah, absolutely, man. There's a lot of engineers who hit me up. I do their podcast. I do interviews with them and stuff like that. I get artists who hit me up for information on, how to produce records, or some even still want to work, which is cool too. So. Like I said, I'm an open book, man, and anybody who reaches out to me knows that I've always been very engaging online. I think that's always been a skill of mine since I moved here, for real, because we started early online. I'm talking Yahoo chat days.
Yeah, the chat days.
Yeah, so I was always able to engage with people, and I was always great at building relationships online, even from back then. So when social media came around, man, like, I used it to my advantage to build relationships with people, as opposed to just being on and posting goofy stuff or whatever. So I think keeping those relationships with people throughout my career has led to me sharing all sorts of information and gaining information too from them. There's people online, Instagram, I've known maybe 15 years and never met in person, but we just have this relationship online where we share information or trade services or whatever it might be. So
that's right,
great, man.
That's right, man. Man, I mean, like, how are the other Compound Record like affiliates, man? How's Benjamin doing?
Man.
How's Raw doing, man?
Raw's doing good. I just talked to Raw. He's up in Van Nuys now.
Okay.
So he's still in Southern California. He's doing real good. He's doing this thing with he's working with Alex Thomas, the comedian Alex Thomas.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of podcasting and visual stuff. So he's his visual guy for right now. So they plugging away doing a lot of cool stuff. Ben Franklin, he's in Phoenix right now.
Okay.
He's doing great, still working on music, still getting funky every day, always sending me some new heat. He was just out here a couple of weeks ago, and he's in talks with Motown Records right now.
All right.
So hopefully they get that situation ironed out straight, and we get some great Ben Franklin music coming soon.
Hey, well, I remember a long time ago when I went to the Compound Records studio, man. Like, I think, didn't Ben, or did you guys do a tour in Japan?
Yeah, we did some stuff with my boy DJ Hiko, man.
Yeah, do you still converse with him by any chance?
Yeah, man, I still talk to Hiko, man. Unfortunately, man, Hiko fell very ill, man. Maybe around 5 years ago, he was diagnosed with some stuff, you know. So I don't want to put his business out there, but he's been on the mend and just trying to live, man. So right now with Hiko, it's not so much about music; it's just about
life, man.
It's about life, man.
Yeah, it's about life.
I try to reach out to him as often as I can and keep him uplifted. We lost contact for a while, but I was able to get back in contact with him on Instagram and Facebook right before the pandemic hit. I was gonna go back out there and go see him.
Oh, okay.
Go reconnect with him. But then the pandemic hit and it kind of threw everything off. They wouldn't let anybody in the country. So I gave Hiko my word that I'm definitely going to come and see him, though, because he really put us on in, like, ways that we never even imagined. Like, we were working here, but never realized that there were people in Japan paying attention to what we were doing.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I remember DJ Hiko coming to KCAA, my old radio station in Loma Linda.
Yep.
I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, and I remember. I mean, you know, that's the one thing about like independent artists is whether you're a music artist yourself or a DJ or a rapper or whatever. You know, we're all interconnected within the arts circle.
Yeah, it's just that community, man.
Yeah,
exactly. I think and just the whole culture of hip hop, man.
Yeah.
Like hip hop has connected more people than you could probably ever imagine, man. I mean, you and I, you know what I'm saying? We probably from two different backgrounds, man, two different worlds, man, but at the end of the day, we share the same passion.
Yeah.
And we share a lot of the same morals, and we want the same things out of life, man. We want our children to grow up happy.
Yeah. How the kids, man?
Man, the kids are great, man. I have two daughters. Shout out to Tracy and Coco.
There you go.
11 and 7 years old. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Melissa. She's at home holding it down right now.
There you go.
I met my wife in 2003.
Okay.
And we got married in 2007.
Oh, congratulations, brother.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you know.
And that was a big highlight and major jump in my life, man. My wife has always had my back. She's always been supportive. And I can't thank her enough, man. She's been such a rock. And in times when I felt like I couldn't figure it out, I could always talk to my wife. And
there you go, man.
She'd help me come up with the plan, the solution, and you know, she's never let me down, man. And I try not to let her down too.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, special shout out to Miss Browder, you know, for letting Glenda kick it with me.
100.
Yeah, you know, I know it's been a while, so you know, thank you. I'd just like to say thank you, man. There's so much to talk about, man. So okay, now another thing. One thing that I'm very impressed right now, like you're still hustling. You're still, whether it's the music business, whether it's in life, you're still moving. Talk to me about the Print Chef.
Oh man, the Print Chef. All right, so the Print Chef started around 2013. Around 2012. I was recording, and I was going to check out a concert one day, man, where it was Kendrick Lamar was performing. This was early.
Okay.
Early before Kendrick was like Kendrick, but it was Kendrick, it was Freddie Gibbs, and it was another opener there too. And I wanted to go check out the show, one, because a friend of mine, Deuce, shout out to Deuce, him and Kendrick grew up together, so he was like, let's go check out our show. and Fred was performing too, and he was from Gary, Indiana, and I've been following his career for a little bit, so I was like, oh man, it'd be cool to go see him perform live. So I went to the show, and I ended up meeting Kendrick and Fred. And with Fred and I both being from Indiana, I kind of reached out to him and said, hey, you know, if you ever need an audio engineer, you know, give me a shout. I'd love to do some work with you. You know, I've been following your career for a while. I'm a fan. So he ended up hitting me up, man, about 2 weeks later. And we started recording some music together. And as we were touring and doing stuff, I found a void that there was no merch. We didn't really have merchandise when we were touring. So I said, oh man, you know what? I'm going to start making us some merch so we can sell it at our shows and start selling online and stuff like that. So the print chef started right there as me making shirts for the ESGN crew, making shirts for the ESGN fans, and we would sell them online and sell them at the shows and stuff like that. So it was originally the Dope Chef is where
Dope
it's
Chef,
what it was originally. But after going out on tour, I learned how to leverage my relationships with these artists and different businesses to where they started hitting me up to do merchandise for them. So I go from rapping and engineering, now I'm doing some merchandise for some people, and I can't lie, man, like it was a lot more lucrative than what I was doing on the audio end. So I kind of lean more towards that, man, and it just kept growing and growing and growing, man. And I think once I decided to get off the road for a while, and I planted my feet, I was like, you know, I'm gonna actually try opening my doors up to the public, and open my doors to the public around 2016, and it's been on since, man. I've been a full-on print shop warehouse, like grew from like a little circuit cutter printer thing to like full-on silkscreen, DTG.
Oh, there you go,
man. So it's grown, man, tremendously over the past 9 years, man. It's been a blessing. So it's a full-on operation, full-on business now. The Print Chef is. So,
that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about.
We specialize in direct-to-garment, silk screen, embroidery, decals, stickers, absolutely anything you need, man. We're located up in Signal Hill.
Okay. Oh, Long Beach, North Side.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh man, you know, there's so much I'd like to talk to you about, because obviously the AlohaAlova radio show has its brand, and I'm looking for the manufacturer, and I think,
man, dog, come on,
and you're standing right.
You already know, yeah, bro. Anything you need, I got you.
Yeah. So I mean, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a blessing in disguise, man, and like how the rap game is also a shirt, like a merchandise manufacturer.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's one thing that I appreciate again, is like your diversity of hustle.
Yeah.
You know, obviously within the music, you can make so many beats, you can write so many songs, you can get tips and tricks, but making merches is another side hustle.
Yeah, man. What I didn't know I was even doing, even throughout my whole career, man, I never realized that I was always vertically integrating all of my skills into some sort of business model.
Okay.
So it started with the music, and then it went to songwriting, then it went to producing, then it went to being an artist, and then it went to doing sound for movies, then it went to doing merchandise. So it's like all of this wealth of knowledge just keeps coming together and coming together and coming together, and it just keeps going up and up and up.
It's one big Oakland tree. You know what I'm saying?
Is,
like every root, I mean, every stem blossoms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. And I think me just being a creator, bro, like I don't think I'd ever be comfortable just doing one thing all the time, 24/7. Like my brain is way too out of focus to do just one thing. I'm always doing multiple things. I got multiple ideas all the time. So having outlets to be able to, you know, satisfy those, you know, creative needs is very helpful, man. I could be printing, I could be writing, I could be producing, I could be shooting something, I could be editing. There's tons and tons of stuff that I do, so it's a blessing. It keeps me busy for sure.
That's right, man. That's right. You know, as you do you have like a wait list, or like you know what I'm saying? Like, do you have a wait list of merch For or I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, I mean, are you basically kind of slammed right now?
I'm always slammed, man.
Oh, there you go.
Thank goodness, man. I'm always slammed busy, bro. Like, there's a queue. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's a queue.
So you got like a will call, right? Where people, okay.
That's it, man.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about, man.
You place your order, give us, 10 to 14 business days.
All right.
You all the way together, man. No minimums.
See, and that's good.
1 piece to 10,000 pieces, man.
And that's good. I want to tell you about that before because my previous manufacturers, there were minimums.
Yeah.
And I didn't really like that because in the end that's how they win.
Absolutely.
So I'm always consistent. I'm always trying to find the better deal.
Yeah.
And I'm glad the man, the myth, the legend.
You don't gotta go nowhere, bro.
Yeah. There you go.
Man.
That's right.
You always took care of me, bro. So I got you.
Yeah, man. I really appreciate that, man.
No doubt, man.
I really appreciate that, man. Oh man.
But yeah, man. It's been a great career, man. Gotten to work with some great people. Everybody from, like I said, work with Gibbs, work with Madlib, man. Work with
Madlib, huh?
Man. Work with Currency. With Scarface, Mac Miller, like.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Raekwon the Chef, Spice One, Daz Dillinger, like Christina Milian, Bobby Brown, David Banner, like. It's crazy, man, to really sit back and think about it, man. It's been great, man. It's been a blessing, for sure.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm gonna go on air for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. Aloha. You're now listening to the AlohaAlova Radio Show, brought to you by your boy DJ Mac on 88.9 FM, KUCI in Irvine. So what do y'all think? I need you to call, text, or message me, y'all, 714-660-3723. Or if you want, you can go ahead and call 949 KUCI. I'm sorry, 949 UCI KUCI. One thing about right now is that we actually haven't. I would like to say a living legend, straight out of Indianapolis.
Naptown, what up?
That's right. G-Wiz, how you doing, man?
Doing fantastic, brother. Here, just happy to be here, man. Got my boy here, man. We reconnecting after all this time, man. It's a blessing, bro. It's really a blessing, man. That's
right, man. That's right. I'm very blessed and honored to have you on the show. But right now, we're gonna go ahead and go to public service announcements. I'll bring you back in hour number 2. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right. So with that being said, y'all. All right, man. Oh man, I am I'm just blessed and honored, man.
This
so
is dope, man.
To have you, man. Yeah.
This is hard.
It goes back, man, to how we started things. Like you said in 2001, man, just like a little small joint. Now it's like blossoming and blooming from all angles of the game, man. And now it's like we come back to how the roots, and that's why like I can never forget where I came from.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Whether it be like 20 years, 30 years, we still here, man.
Yeah, man. It's great to see you still here doing this, man.
It's real, hard, man. Just like what you said too, man. Like you run in stages in life, man. Obviously, like we family men now, right?
Yeah.
So I had to give it up to my wife and for taking care of the kids, man. And like my kids be teenagers, preteens right now too. So they want the highest brand name phones and all that, plus Xbox. So it all adds up, man. So now it's like to being offered here. I have to make sure everyone that raised me, including yourself, I bring them back to where it all started. Because it's like we met in the studio. We're gonna hang out the studio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man.
I love it, bro.
Yeah, man. Like it took me a while to be here, but I'm glad. I came in here in 2017, man. From then on, I try my best to stay with, to basically put in work. Whether it's like helping out with any music assistance they need, giving, donating some extra CDs or whatever. I just try my best to put in work.
Yeah,
you know
man,
what I'm saying?
You're giving, man.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
So, man, now like I've been wanting this podcast to happen, but obviously with COVID, things slowed down a little bit. But we still here, man.
Yeah, we're here, man. We doing it, bro.
Yeah, man.
So what do you record this right here?
Yeah, I'm recording it. I'm gonna upload it next week.
All right, dope.
I mean, that way I can do some editing and stuff, man.
Yeah.
Hey, are you able to wave or something, man?
Yeah, man. It's your boy Wiz, man.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. You're now watching the AlohaAlova TV show with your boy DJ Mac and G Wiz.
Yes, sir.
Compound Records, Bandcamp. Rest in peace to G.I. Pleasy, 2019, man.
That's right.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm just blessed. I'm just blessed to be in your presence, man.
Yeah,
you know?
man. Likewise, man.
Yeah.
For real, dog. We got longevity, man. We doing this still, bro.
All right, let me go on the air for a quick minute. All right, hold on. But like I was saying, man, like do you still have like in your podcast? You still have all the old equipment?
Yeah,
or,
man.
Yeah?
I got everything.
Yeah, there you go,
Yeah.
man.
Kept it all, man. Kept it all.
Yeah, man. I remember when your old Compound Records used to be at Red Hill. Like,
Yeah.
is that still around or?
No, well, the building's still there, but I mainly bounce around the studios, man, when I need to work or anything I can work on from home. I do at home, man. Got a home studio there.
Yeah.
Got all the tools I need, all the software, analog gear, nice little hybrid setup. So anything I need to do, man, I can do right there.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, all right. Let me see. All right, man. Okay, we're in hour number 2. Special shout out to G-Wiz Bandcamp with DJ Mac. You know, I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed to be here, man. So, working in the industry, I mean, like, I'm not trying to start no gossip, but how's the LA vibes over there right now? You know, in terms of like the music, are they? Do you know if LA? Because I know I might be late on the gossip, but I believe Snoop is taking over Death Row, right?
Absolutely, man. Snoop has taken over Death Row. It's funny you say that, man. I've been talking to Goldie Loc a lot from the East Siders, and they're gearing up to do some really cool stuff, man. I think we should be preparing ourselves to see Death Row Records in a Web3 phase, which is like, you know, metaverse.
Oh.
Which is Oculus, which is VR and all that type of stuff. So I think that's where they're headed with it.
Yeah, I noticed that obviously with the social media platforms, you know, technology is always changing too. And one thing I've noticed is the augmented reality, man. It's like some of that like VR rap studio life. You know what I mean? And that's cool, man.
Yeah, it's really cool. The technology of it's really cool, man.
Yeah, like just imagine like putting some glasses on and you're already at the concert.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you're at Doggy Style Records.
Yeah.
You're at Compound Records.
I've seen it, man. I've messed around with Oculus a little bit, and I went into like little meta worlds or metaverse places or whatever, and they forgot, man. Like. I was in the studio, basically. You know what I'm saying? In the studio, people can go in the booth and rap. I can sit behind the board, change the beats.
All right.
I'm sitting on my couch with this thing on my eyes. I'm like, man, this is crazy. So, yeah, and we're just scratching the surface of it, you know?
Yeah. It's the beginning.
And that's why I said, man, it's like the Wild Wild West all over again. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're going to see some interesting, fast-forwarding progress. And technology and music combining in the next 5 years, I would even say. 10 years, it's going to be light years ahead. 5 years from now is definitely going to be something too.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh. Yeah. You know. Especially when it's called metaverse now, but especially with Facebook, man, on how they were able to amp it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And with the post production studios of YouTube, you know how things are becoming like it's more of like a interactive platform now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Versus just like uploading it to the cloud, people can push play when they want. It's more being in the spotlight.
Absolutely.
You know, like front row. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
There you go.
And that's, like I said, we just scratching the surface, man. So imagine what it's going to be 5-10 years from now, man. Like what our kids are going to be able to do with technology, you know what I'm saying, pretty soon. So it's pretty cool to think about, man. Yeah, it's kind of scary too, but it's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
I just think it'll be good for people like us to stay abreast of it and not be afraid of it. I got a lot of friends who are afraid of technology.
Oh, for real? Yeah, it's different. It's different.
They don't want to go down the the rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? But you got to keep up with the times, man. You have to.
And that's why I was another question is that, like, okay, now obviously you come with this wealth of experience and knowledge. Do you have any projects relative to that whole interactive game? Do you have any future albums coming up right now?
You know what, man? I don't, but I'm not against it, man. And that might be one of the reasons why I haven't released a lot of music that I've been holding on to for a while, because the game is so different on how to release your music nowadays. There's so many options and so many ways to do it, man. You got to look, 6-8 months ago, it was all about the NFT.
Yeah.
You know, everybody was trying to figure out how to implement that in with the music. So I think by me just walking my walk, man, my whole career, and just keeping the faith that I have, I've always been able to be ahead of the curve in some way. So I feel like I'm holding on to something for a reason, because something's going to come that fits what I'm trying to do, or that's going to inspire me to get into that space a little bit.
I mean, I agree. You got the gold key.
Yeah, I don't
So like, you're in charge of opening the door of opportunity to come. And
exactly.
that I mean, like, you know, obviously it's like, I like what you're saying, because in a sense it's like patience is virtue.
It is, man.
You know?
It is. And the music, for me, I've always prided myself on trying to make music that was timeless. You know, that stuff that you could listen to 5 years from now and not know when it was recorded. So I feel like the music doesn't necessarily get dated or get old or anything like that. I think it's a great product, and I think whenever it is time to get in bed with something like that new type of technology, I think it's gonna be a good marriage for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And ownership, man. Like, I always preach ownership, man. If you own it, you can sit on it as long as you want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the good thing is that, like, you're not pressured to push it out.
Right.
Because if you were, obviously the snakes and the sharks are gonna go ahead and eat it all up.
Right.
But you hold the key. You basically control the game.
Yeah. You really
I'd rather control the game rather than follow the game.
Exactly.
I'd rather be a leader.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just how it is.
Yeah.
And that's why, obviously, with your 20 plus years in the game, man, you know, that's the OG. That's the OG experience you bring to the table versus, like, trying to keep trends.
Right,
you are the trend, man.
Yeah. Who's to say that this stuff that we're holding on to won't get better with time?
Yeah.
It won't get better like wine. You know what I'm saying? Because now we're starting to see a resurgence of even vinyl records coming back. So you got people who are partnering with distribution companies and vinyl companies and pressing up their old catalogs of music from 25 years ago, 15 years ago, re-releasing these classics in that format. So I'm very hopeful, and I think just like how people are catching up and doing stuff with the vinyl and stuff now, I feel like my time will come with these records that I'm sitting on to, like you said, partner with something in technology that's gonna kind of push it a bit further.
That's right.
And make it sit in a better space.
That's right, man. I mean, you hold the key of a fortune, you know, plain and simple, man.
That's right.
And one thing too is that your patience is your virtue, and at the same time you have other backup plans to reinforce the moving.
Absolutely.
You have other hustles to support it.
Absolutely.
I mean, basically you're the backbone of success.
Yeah.
Right?
I try to be, man.
Yeah.
I try to be, bro.
Exactly, man.
Like I said, I've always been multi-talented, multifaceted as a creative. So I've always been able to create different businesses out of that, and some successful, some not so successful, but
well, obviously, like, you know, the only way you can try something and work off is by trying it out.
That's it, man.
So I mean, you know,
find out.
Yeah, I mean, life is not perfect. So
right.
You know, obviously, man, you know, Life is always a gamble, man, and being able to take that risk and result in that gamble, man, it's all a win.
Yeah, it's all a win, man. There's no right way to do it, man. Just take the risk when the risk is appropriate, and hopefully it works out, man.
That's right, man.
For real.
So, before we close, man, do you have like a showtime for your Lava Lab Zone, or is it kind of like whenever you feel like it, or is it like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Well, the Lava Lamp Zone, man, that was a passion project of mine where I wanted to start telling stories away from music.
Okay.
So I wanted to start capturing interviews and just of interesting people who I knew and just kind of share their story. And it kind of started off there. And I was kind of doing it when I had time to do it, and just kind of getting my editing chops together because I'm doing all this myself. Yeah. I'm a one-man crew when I show up.
There you go.
So I think by starting that way, it allowed me to kind of hone the craft and kind of figure out what's working, what's not working. So I'm working on something very, very special right now that I'm turning Lava Lamp Zone into. And it's going to combine a lot of my passions with music, with vinyl records, with entrepreneurs and owners. And it's going to be a really cool project that I'm putting together. It's going to be a show. I'm going with like a TV show format.
Oh, okay.
So right now that's what I'm working on. I'm kind of like in the pilot phase of it. So you might not see this side of the Lava Lamp Zone that I'm talking about now, but I still will continue to drop those interviews that I've been doing because I still got a bunch of them in the can.
Oh,
and
okay.
A bunch that I want to do, but it's eventually going to transition into a TV show format based around some very specific passions of mine. So
there you go, man.
I want y'all to stay tuned because this is going to be, it's a one-of-a-kind show. And it's going to have some familiarities to it, but it's going to be one of a kind for the music lovers, for the vinyl lovers. If you're into music and you're into digging in the crates, you're into sampling, you're into jazz, you're into all different sorts of genres, this is going to be the show for you. Lava Lamp Zone. So just bear with me. Follow me on YouTube now. Check out everything that I've done. The quality's there, and it just keeps getting better and better as we go. So I'm looking forward to maybe presenting that around the first quarter of next year.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's going to be dope, though. It's going to be dope.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend of Indianapolis.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? That's right. Indianapolis.
Naptown, Indiana, man.
Yeah,
by
man.
way of Louisville, Kentucky, man. What up, y'all?
Yeah. Before we go, you want to give any shout-outs to any of your folks, man?
Yeah, man. I want to give a shout-out, man, to my whole crew, man. Y'all know who y'all are, man. Renegade, the Mobster, Tigo, Trill Wheel, Cole Red, Benny Franks, Ragu, Cavi Styles, my boy Andre Brown. My boy Jim Lopez. There's so many people to shout out, man. And everybody who supported my career over this past 20 years, man. If you've streamed a song, if you've come out to a concert, if you bought a t-shirt, if you've hit me on Instagram for some advice, whatever the case may be, man, I appreciate you guys because y'all are the inspiration that keeps me going. Believe it or not, there's times where, sometimes I don't feel like doing music or being creative sometimes, but it could be that one comment that somebody sends or that one message that somebody sends you that's like, man, like, I appreciate what you do or whatever, and it just puts it all in perspective, man, and fires me right up to want to get back busy again. So I appreciate the fans and supporters. Shout out to my wife, shout out to my mama and my sister. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all.
Hey, before
shout out to you, dog.
Hey, that's one thing I want to talk about. Like this guy right here is an inspiration to me because number one, you opened the doors for me when no one didn't. You came at a time, man, where I was just basically a street DJ trying to find my way into the game. No one gave me I've got doors closed. No one gave me a chance until you, G Wiz, and your manager. I forgot his name.
You might be talking about my boy Jim Lopez.
Yeah. And that's where I met Ra and Ben Franklin. and obviously through the years, we basically we ran together. We ran the game together.
Yeah.
And it's people like G Wiz that I can't let go of, because in the end, he's helped build me to where I am now. And just because I'm at the station, don't mean I have to leave him back. He's coming with me.
Word.
And I would like to have you as a guest again, brother.
Man, my pleasure, man. I hope I'd love to come back here, man.
That's right.
Even if I could just come in here, man, and just sit while you do your thing, man, just catch a vibe, man. You got so much. If y'all could see what's in here, I mean, man, there's thousands of records, there's thousands of CDs. Like, this is like my heaven right here, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's what a lot of
I could sit here and just flip through these walls forever, bro.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people tell me, man. Like, this place is so unique in the fact of, the background design, man, is so unique.
This place is full of inspiration, man. I wish I could just bring my MPC in here and just sit Indian style.
There you go.
And just sample records all day.
Oh, like, yeah,
this is the place.
That's right, man.
So yeah, I'll be back for sure. As long as you're gonna have me, man, I'll be here.
There you go. Did you want to? Can you say bye to the camera?
Yeah, peace, y'all. It's your boy Wiz, man. You know, it's been great wilding out with my homeboy Mac, man.
That's right, man. That's right. Thank you for those that are watching on YouTube, Facebook, and on Twitch. Tune in next time, y'all. All right, y'all take care. You're now watching the AlohaAlova TV show with your boy DJ Mac and G Wiz of Compound Records. This show is dedicated to G.I. Pleasy, rest in peace, 2019, y'all. Bandcamp, Compound Records, Orange County. What's up, y'all? Yeah.
Peace.
That's right. That's right. Woo.
That was fire.
Man, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Dope,
hey, you're welcome here anytime, man.